Right now at 6, some KU students dig into the past to find answers to a bloody history lesson.
And we've got a relatively calm start for us this morning. A couple of showers possible, and we're watching a returning severe threat late tonight. We'll have another look at that forecast. Get you out the door coming up.
Plus, a Joplin group hopes to bring the community together with a walk celebrating equity, diversity, and inclusion.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6 a.m. I'm Elise Noe.
And I'm Chris Warner. So we've had just rounds of severe weather lately.
Yes.
Yesterday we got somewhat lucky. We did have some stronger storms yesterday, but we did not have any severe weather. Unfortunately, that was only a momentary pause. We have another severe threat as we head through today and into the weekend, unfortunately. So let's start with a look at the Skywatch Storm Tracker. So far in our immediate area, as you can see, there is nothing. And we're going to zoom this out a little further so you can get a better picture here as to what we're looking at in terms of thunderstorms around the region. There's a storm up by Rolla heading towards St. Louis. We got a few showers to our northwest. We have a thunderstorm complex that's down across central Arkansas. Now a new severe thunderstorm warning just north of Little Rock. And in between all of this, we are dry, but the energy could give us a stray shower, maybe a rumble of thunder as we go through the morning. However, our severe threat returns and increases as we head into the late night hours tonight. We have a low to elevated risk for strong to severe thunderstorms across the region as we head into the late evening hours and overnight tonight, and that could continue as a risk for at least some strong to low grade severe thunderstorms in the first half of our Friday. Saturday night into Sunday, we have a an elevated to enhanced risk for strong to severe thunderstorms. We do have a possible alert day for Saturday. Would not be surprised if we just go ahead and with the latest information and throw this up as an alert day, because we're looking at a greater severe threat again Saturday night into Sunday morning across the area. So a lot still to keep an eye on over the next few days. 64 in Joplin, 62 in Pittsburgh. Cloudy skies out there. And as we look at temperatures around the region, again up north a little cooler. Yates Center, Chanute, Iola still holding out in the 50s. Everyone else though in the 60s, even some upper 60s a little further to the south. Kids, get on the bus. We've gone ahead and put up the stray shower or two as a possibility. I think most of us though will be dry, mostly cloudy, 63, east breeze around 5 to 10. And then this afternoon, south winds 5 to 10, partly cloudy and about 80 when that bus brings them back home. Here's the other issue we're going to face today in between our storm chances here is going to be the fact that our dew point and humidity levels are going to be up a little bit higher than what they've been here lately, and it's going to feel relatively unpleasant. A bit soupy out there today as we go into the low 80s, partly cloudy skies. By 6, a few scattered storms are possible, and then by 10, the main complex starts to roll in at 10 o'clock tonight, and that's when our greater severe threat is. We're going to break down details on that and what we're expecting heading into the weekend with that full forecast here in a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thank you. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol says a trooper from Miami is fired after he was charged with sex crimes. Court documents say Trooper Jackie Lee Reinhardt pulled over a semi-truck driver for speeding on I-44 near Big Cabin in Craig County. They say Reinhardt forced sexual acts on the driver. Reinhardt is charged with sexual battery and forcible sodomy. After the charges were filed, the Highway Patrol released a statement saying it terminated Reinhardt's employment. A federal court sentences a Kansas man for meth trafficking. In August of 2022, a Crawford County, Kansas sheriff's deputy tried to stop Justin Lapping, but he fled on motorcycle. Soon after entering Barton County, Missouri, Lapping abandoned the motorcycle and ran. Officers used tasers on Lapping, who was taken into custody with a large amount of meth. Now Lapping is sentenced to 24 years and 6 months without parole for possessing methamphetamine to distribute. To be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, download the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. According to a recent finance study, the average menu prices for fast food has risen more than 39% since 2014. Finance Buzz's recent chart of fast food inflation documents multiple food chain prices since 2014. All the chains on the chart increased prices by at least 39%. McDonald's menu prices have the largest jump, 100% since 2014. An economics professor at Pitt State says inflation affects blue-collar workers the most.
When the inflation reduces the purchasing power of our wages, that is, of course, not a good thing. The standard of living declines, but of course, it doesn't decline evenly. The people that are mostly affected are blue-collar, low-income workers.
For more details about Finance Buzz's study, you can go to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Joplin's Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Committee held a meeting yesterday to discuss plans for their upcoming Unity Walk to be held on June 3rd, Thursday. EDI's goal is to make sure everyone is included regardless of their orientation, nationality, religion, or skin color. The group offers resources to educate businesses and the community on how to embrace diversity.
Important part, of course, is to show all of the people coming from all over the world, all over the country, that we support you, your small business and your ventures and your families. And we want you to not only come here for college, but stay here.
We all are individual people and we go through different things. We look different, we sound different, we're just all the different things that make us human beings. This is a time to celebrate each other. This is where you can come and say, I can just be me. And we'll celebrate that with you.
EDI's Unity Walk on 3rd Thursday starts at 6 p.m. June 20th at 2nd and Main, and you can find more information at KOAMnewsnow.com. The notorious Bloody Bender family lived in Labette County, Kansas during the 1870s. The family is accused of murdering 10 people. Their story has been passed down generation to generation by word of mouth and through articles. However, students at the University of Kansas are now trying to literally dig up evidence regarding the Bender family. KOAM's Anthony Saviello has more.
Well, this is why I bought the property. I bought it for this reason here, plus it's an investment second, but primary to uncover the secrets. And KU's been wonderful to work with. They have the talent and the people and the contacts to uncover the mysteries that we're trying to seek.
Bob Miller owns this 160-acre piece of land in Labette County, a piece of land that could hold an endless amount of stories regarding the infamous Bloody Bender family. He's employed the help of anthropology students at Kansas University to uncover this land's hidden truths.
I would love to find the foundation of the cabin. That is like my goal. Perhaps we won't, and that's okay. If we find any proof that this was actually, where they were, or at least where some of it happened, it would be awesome.
These students have just begun a 10-day archaeological dig, each pair carefully analyzing everything they pull from the ground.
Material that we're finding is actually things that were in the past. It's not somebody telling somebody that this is what happened in the past. And so we're hoping to take those objects and tell a story from them, and tell a story that's then now based in the reality of what was happening. So really kind of trying to ground truth a lot of the stories that were happening, and tell people what their lives were like and what the objects we're finding were like at the same time.
Under the guidance of Lauren Norman, these students are getting hands-on in the field training, while also learning the history of the area.
This is a really exciting way to tell the community what we're finding and to really illuminate the time that the people were here, and the awful things that happened here, is to kind of tie it really back to the material objects that we're finding.
The team will continue throughout the week to excavate and discover, 1 square meter at a time.
Find something meaningful and something that confirms last season. So whatever we saw on our data from last season, I would like to see something come out of it.
Reporting in Labette County, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
Norman says she'd like to see excavation continue for years. And that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes, coming up on the KOAM Morning News. The House has voted to make the Commodity Futures Trading Commission the main crypto regulator. Plus, a severe storm system continues to make its way across the country, and at least one tornado swept through parts of Texas. And Chris Warner returns with another look at your Thursday forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back.
Toyota, let's go places.
Topping Nation Watch this morning, the House has voted to make the Commodity Futures Trading Commission the main crypto regulator. If that legislation goes into effect, it would replace the Securities and Exchange Commission, a move many crypto leaders welcome as they see the SEC as a stricter financial regulator. Democrats have criticized this potential replacement, saying fraudulent schemes would be difficult to detect and that the crypto industry would have the upper hand. The Senate is not expected to pass the bill. In a late Wednesday night court order, an agreement was formalized that blocks Rudy Giuliani from publicly spreading lies about 2 Georgia election workers. The agreement stops the former attorney from falsely accusing Ruby Freeman and her daughter, Shay Moss, of tampering with votes in that election. The women previously sued Giuliani for defamation and won a $148 million judgment against him. The new deal now gives the women power to take Giuliani to court if he ever again publicly suggests they stole votes to hurt former President Donald Trump. Meanwhile, the former New York mayor is also in personal bankruptcy, and the Georgia election workers are still waiting to receive their settlement money. A severe storm system continues to make its way across the country. Overnight, heavy rains, large hail, and at least 1 tornado swept through parts of Texas. In Iowa, residents of the tight-knit community of Greenfield are cleaning up after a tornado leveled homes and killed multiple people. CBS News' Naomi Ruckham has more from New York.
Powerful storms pummeled central Texas Wednesday. Wind and rain whipped inside the Temple Mall after part of the roof blew off. In nearby Belton, a drive down one highway showed a path of destruction with debris in the road and toppled signs and trees in the distance. Strong winds, heavy rain, and hail also battered Arkansas and Oklahoma.
This one front and back glasses broke on this car.
The hail smashed through windows and dented multiple cars at this Oklahoma dealership.
Hail sale here in Sapulpa, so come on by.
Meanwhile, new drone video shows the extent of the devastation after a deadly tornado tore through Greenfield, Iowa Tuesday, one of more than a dozen that reportedly hit the state.
I thought the whole house was going to come down on us. That's how bad it sounded.
Luckily, the house did not come down on 19-year-old Keely Pickrell, who told CBS News she and her 17-year-old sister Kaya hid in the basement with their dogs while the twister blasted through their neighborhood. Like many residents, they're now hoping to rebuild.
Everyone's trying to do what they can to help out.
Iowa state officials say at least 5 people were killed in Tuesday's storms. At least 35 were injured. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds visited Greenfield yesterday. She has issued a disaster declaration for several counties there, and she says she is working with the White House on a federal disaster declaration. And that's a look at some of today's top national stories. Here's Chris with a look at your forecast.
Yeah, we've got a relatively calm start to the day, especially compared to yesterday out there. But we do have the opportunity for additional strong to severe thunderstorms late tonight. Skywatch Storm Tracker in our immediate area is clear of any precipitation. You see, we've got some activity all around us, but not necessarily here. Quick look outside from our camera at 7th and Rangeline. You can see we've got the cloudy skies. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible this morning, but again, the better chances for more organized thunderstorm activity comes later tonight. In between here and there, though, we will be partly cloudy, we will be warm, we will be muggy. Temperatures into the low 80s out there. We'll have another complete look at your forecast when the KOAM Morning News returns.
This is west of Seneca, Missouri.
All month, graduation ceremonies have been taking place across the nation. However, a ceremony this past weekend in Oshkosh, Wisconsin had a unique twist. A parent and child graduating from the same place on the same day. Noah Cornelius reports.
He did. He beat me by 0.2 on the grade point average.
Over 500 soon-to-be graduates from Fox Valley Technical College packed the Kolf Center in Oshkosh, ready to take their diplomas and start the next chapter of their lives. But for 2 graduates, there are family ties.
I am just like living in the moment and loving every second of this with him and trying not to embarrass him at the same time.
Timothy Osmankowski and his mother, Maureen Fogarty, are graduating college at the same time. They are both members of the 2024 spring graduating class at Fox Valley Technical College. Timothy's college journey started right after high school, taking English at UW Stevens Point before transferring to the tech school. Maureen's path, meanwhile, took her down a different road.
I'd always wanted to be a nurse ever since I was 12 years old. I knew, but coming out of high school, it was like, okay, I met my husband at the time and got married. We had kids right away. So there we were, and it just, the timing was never right.
Because Timothy completed his degree online while Maureen took classes in person, the two say they didn't know they'd be graduating at the same time at first.
Probably like after the first year when I realized we could graduate together.
All of a sudden we're like, hey, wait a minute, you started when I did. We're graduating at the same time, so it was kind of really funny when it came together.
Now the mother-son duo is donning their cap and gowns, walking across the stage and completing the journey, which is now forever intertwined by the love shared between mother and son.
Congratulations to those two. Here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, we've got a cloudy start to the day out there. Strong, potentially severe thunderstorms late tonight. We'll have another look at that forecast when the KOAM Morning News returns.
Buy more and save more on Bosch appliances.
Partnering with people to live healthier lives.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. 6:22 now on this, almost 6:23 on this Thursday morning, and we've got one thunderstorm up by Rolla. We've got a complex of thunderstorms down across parts of Arkansas. It's been severe at points this morning, and we've got some showers off to our north and west. So we're kind of in this almost like Bermuda Triangle of thunderstorm complexes out there. We are going to begin to clear out, but a stray shower or rumble of thunder will be possible this morning. However, the severe weather will return late this evening into the overnight hours. So we do have a low tornado threat for our far western counties out there. And then we have that low to elevated wind and hail risk across the area as well, with wind and hail, of course, being the primary concerns with any of the stronger storms later tonight. Today, though, not our only severe threat. We have a low risk for strong to low grade severe thunderstorms in the first half of our Friday. And then Saturday is a possible alert day at this point, as we're watching that potential for more strong to severe storms. We have an elevated to enhanced risk across the area Saturday night into Sunday morning. So we've got a lot to keep an eye on. Let's talk about at least the next about 48 hours here. Again, here's the future track, trying to pick up again on maybe a stray shower, perhaps a rumble of thunder between now and noon, 1 o'clock at the latest. And then otherwise, we're going to be partly cloudy out there. Some of you will be mostly clear. We're going to be warm. We're going to be muggy. Our dew points and humidity levels are going to be up there a bit. It's going to be a bit of a soupy day. 6 o'clock is when we could see a few isolated to widely scattered storms. By 10, here comes the main complex. This is where our severe threat begins, is with this complex of thunderstorms, and it will very quickly roll through the area. By midnight, as you can see, just a few lingering showers and storms on the backside of this. Then we'll clear out overnight. And then by Friday morning, we're going to see more showers and storms. I'd say after 6 a.m., we'll have more showers and thunderstorms out there, and some of these could be strong, low-grade severe, and they'll persist through about 2 o'clock, and then that activity should roll out of here, and then we'll be clear Friday night into Saturday. In fact, we'll spend most of our Saturday clear and warm out there and dry. And then, as we head into the late evening hours on Saturday, here comes another possible 2 rounds of storms. So about 8 o'clock, we get 1 round of showers and storms. Could be strong to severe that rolls through. And then we get a second line of showers and storms that's going to roll through by late Saturday night. That could be strong to severe as well. And that could continue into early Sunday morning out there. Quick look outside. Look at that. It does look kind of dreary. It is cloudy this morning. 64. Winds are calm. Humidity is already at 84%. It already feels a bit muggy out there. Dew points at 59, and that's expected to rise through the day. Still have some cool spots. Yates Center, Chanute, Iola. The 3 of them have been in the 50s all morning. Everyone else in the 60s and even some upper 60s as you head a little farther to the south. So again, an isolated shower or 2, maybe a rumble of thunder possible. I'm going to say through maybe 9 o'clock. Then we're looking to be mostly cloudy for the first part of the day, 76 by 11. Skies will start to gradually clear as we head into the afternoon. Be partly cloudy. Some of you, again, will be mostly clear out there and warm, low 80s and muggy out there as well. Then again, by 6, a few isolated to widely scattered showers and storms will start to roll into the area. And then by 9, 10 o'clock, that main complex rolls in. That's where our severe threat is. And we'll have those scattered storms through the early overnight hours back down into the low 60s. Tomorrow, again, early morning thunderstorms, maybe continuing as late as maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon, low 80s. Possible alert day Saturday for those strong strong to severe thunderstorms late Saturday night into Sunday morning out there. That severe threat could continue into the first part of our Sunday. A little bit of a break Monday and Tuesday. More showers and storms possible Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday of next week. Temperatures remaining warm into the low 80s. That's a check of your forecast. We're going to send it over to Elise now with Health Watch.
Thanks, Chris. Well, teens who use social media and smartphones excessively are also at risk for self-harm and other mental health issues. A study published in PLOS ONE found about half of teens who have a history of self-harm use social media also tend to have a history of excessive smartphone use, roughly defined as more than 5 hours a day. The study authors say more needs to be done to screen young people for self-harm, and more intervention is needed for young people who seem to struggle with their use of social media. People who eat ultra-processed foods may be at a greater risk for memory problems and stroke. A study by the American Academy of Neurology found an association between cognitive impairment and eating salty and sugary snacks, soft drinks, packaged breads, and flavored cereals. They recommend people eat more vegetables, fruits, and unprocessed meats. And having an epidural during labor is linked to a reduction in serious complications for the mother. A study published in the BMJ found the risk of heart attack, hysterectomy, and maternal morbidity were lower among women who had epidurals. Possible explanations include better monitoring of the mother during labor and less physiological stress. And that's a look at some of today's top health stories. We'll be right back.
In the heart of Grove, Oklahoma, a new era of healthcare has arrived.
Chicken for only $1.99. Sonic Crispy Tender Wraps.
Right now at 6:30, folks in Columbus, Kansas were able to enjoy a hamburger while supporting a good cause.
And we've got a cloudy start to the day across the area. We will eventually clear out. Could see a stray shower or two this morning. Severe weather returns late tonight. We'll have a look at that forecast to get you out the door coming up.
Plus, the curtain will go down one last time for an independent theater in Joplin.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's just coming up on 6:31. I'm Elise Noe.
And I'm Chris Warner. So we've had just several rounds of strong to severe thunderstorms over the past several weeks. Yesterday we had thunderstorms and they got strong. But thankfully, we didn't see any severe weather with that activity. Unfortunately, that was just a brief pause. We have more severe weather on the way. This is a look at the Skywatch Storm Tracker. Nothing in our immediate area. You can see showers and storms out there around the Rolla area and down across parts of Arkansas. And we've even got a few showers out there to our north and to our west across north central Kansas. So we're kind of in this trifecta here. We've got storms around us, but not here. However, in between, there's enough energy. We could see a stray shower or rumble of thunder this morning, but the severe threat will return later this evening. And this is what it looks like. We have a low to elevated risk for strong to severe thunderstorms late tonight into the overnight hours. We could see some additional development tomorrow morning, leading to some strong to low grade severe thunderstorms. Saturday is a possible alert day because of this. We have an elevated to enhanced risk for strong to severe thunderstorms late Saturday night into Sunday, and could see some redevelopment in the first half of our Sunday as well. We're sitting at 64 in Joplin, 61 in Pittsburgh, cloudy out there again this morning. Again, cool spots also up in the northwestern parts of southeast Kansas, 54 in Yates Center and Iola, 56 Chanute. Everyone else, though, still hanging out in the 60s, and again, some upper 60s down a little further south into northwestern Arkansas. So we've gone ahead, we've put up the stray shower or maybe a rumble of thunder out there as kids get on the bus this morning. I think most of us will be dry and will be mostly cloudy. 63 east breeze around 5 to 10. When the bus brings them home, we're looking at partly cloudy skies, 80 south winds around 5 to 10. The other thing we're going to have to contend with as we head into the afternoon is, although we'll be dry, humidity and dew point levels are going to be up there. So it's going to be a bit soupy today, a little bit on that muggy side. Clouds will gradually start to clear by the afternoon hours and will be partly cloudy, even mostly clear for some of us. Low 80s for the highs by 6. A few isolated to scattered showers and storms will be possible. The main complex will roll in late this evening, closer to 9-10 o'clock, and that's where our severe threat will start to ramp up for some of us. We'll have the complete look at your forecast and break down that severe threat in detail a little later. Elise?
We'll check in with you soon. Area police agencies joined forces yesterday for the annual law enforcement torch run for Special Olympics. The torch is moving across various regions of Missouri towards Columbia for the 2024 state summer games. The torch passed by 3 local schools where kids cheered them on. Joplin PD passed the torch near the limits of Webb City, then on to the Carthage Police Department. On My Own Center for Independent Living in Nevada, Missouri hosted its annual Disability Awareness Lunch fundraiser. Last year, the organization sold 304 plates. This year, its goal was 350. Funds raised by the organization go to support aging seniors, youth scholarships, ramps, and home modifications, community resources, and so much more.
One of them is called Age My Way, which is services for seniors that may fall through the cracks. Maybe they don't have Medicaid or they don't have veteran services or things like that. So we, through the foundation, are able to fund some in-home care for them.
For $10, diners could get a barbecue sandwich, chips, cookie, pickle, and a bottle of water, all to help a good cause. Well, this summer, just around the corner, Joplin Parks and Recreation staff have been actively recruiting lifeguards and preparing for the swim season. The good news, both Schifferdecker and Cunningham Aquatic Centers will be open this year. Both facilities will be open 7 days a week this summer. Opening day is Friday, May 31st. For more information, including prices and hours, just dive into our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Moviegoers in Anderson, Missouri had the chance to take in The Butterfly People yesterday evening at the Flick Theater. The hour-long documentary revisits the Joplin tornado, the aftermath, and the miraculous stories which followed concerning the intervention and protection of the Butterfly People. For some, the documentary stands as a stark reminder of the devastation that struck the Joplin community.
I think, just like with 9/11, after a while it gets complacent, right? Like people forget about it. And so we want to make sure that people still remember, what happened and how many lives were lost and really what it brought the community together of Joplin.
It gives me goosebumps because we're privileged and we're blessed. And I think for some people this might be a healing process for them. And for some, like my grandsons, a learning it's history. And here we are right here at the Flick in Anderson getting to see it. And for some, it might be bittersweet.
The film was written and directed by Gregory Fish, who also made Steadfast, the story of the Joplin tornado. Joplin's home for independent and local film will dim its lights after 6 years. Bookhouse Cinema has decided to close its doors on June 9th. The owners say while the property is for sale, they will maintain normal operating hours until the closing day. They go on to say they have a plan to, quote, provide Joplin with a cinema-focused space in the very near future, end quote. Well, folks in Columbus, Kansas yesterday were able to get a hamburger while supporting the efforts of the Skill Resource Center. The center hosted its Burgers on the Patio event with the help of Columbus firefighters grilling the burgers. All the money raised from the event supports Skill and KSDS, Assistant Dogs Incorporated, which pairs people with disabilities with service dogs.
Skill, and we help disabled people and elderly people get direct support workers in their home to assist them in their everyday life.
There was also a prize drawing and some live music. And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. The Justice Department is set to file an antitrust lawsuit against entertainment conglomerate Live Nation. And we have a mostly warm and partly cloudy day today. We'll have what to expect with Chris Warner in the Skywatch Weather Center. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back.
Enhancing your piece of paradise, Heritage Tractor is here for you.
In Consumer Watch this morning, the Justice Department is set to file an antitrust lawsuit against entertainment conglomerate Live Nation, along with numerous state attorney generals. Well, the federal government wants to challenge the Ticketmaster parent company's practices following an investigation that has spanned years. Ticketmaster and Live Nation came under fire after the 2022 meltdown that left Taylor Swift fans unable to purchase tickets for her Eras tour. Americans are holding on to their cars longer. An analysis from S&P Global Mobility, a group that tracks U.S. vehicle registrations, shows the average age of cars and trucks on the road rose to a new high of 12.6 years this year. That's 2 months higher than last year. It comes as many Americans continue to struggle with higher prices. And the biggest auction of Princess Diana's clothing and accessories since 1997 is set to begin June 27th at Julian's Auctions in Los Angeles. The collection of more than 150 items includes this midnight blue gown that Diana wore to the 1986 Phantom of the Opera premiere. The dress could go for as much as $400,000. And that's it for Consumer Watch. Here's Chris with another look at your forecast.
Yeah, we're taking a quick look at the Skywatch Storm Tracker. Again, here in our area, there is nothing. And it may stay that way through the morning, but a stray shower or rumble of thunder, is possible out there. We've got thunderstorms to our north and east, or at least a thunderstorm out there. Thunderstorms across central Arkansas and a few showers across north central Kansas. And in between here and here, we could see a little fill in here and there with a couple of stray showers or thunderstorms this morning, but I do believe most of us will remain dry. However, we have a severe threat returning later tonight, so we have a low to elevated risk for strong to severe thunderstorms across the area. We could see some redevelopment with some strong to low-grade severe thunderstorms on our Friday morning, and then Saturday, it's a possible alert day, and this is exactly why. We have that elevated to enhanced risk for strong to severe thunderstorms late Saturday, overnight into Sunday morning, and we could even see a couple of severe storms Sunday in the first half of our Sunday. Quick look outside. 64 in Joplin, 61 in Pittsburgh, cloudy across the area this morning. Still holding on to those cool spots. Yates Center, Chanute, and Iola all into the 50s. Everyone else, again, hanging out into the 60s this morning, and again, some upper 60s down to our south. Kids getting on the bus this morning. Again, a stray shower or rumble of thunder possible. I believe the majority of us will remain dry throughout the morning. 63, east breeze at about 5 to 10. As we head into the afternoon, our dew point goes up, our humidity goes up, our temperatures go up. So when that bus brings them home, 80, partly cloudy, a south breeze at around 5 to 10, and it's going to be very muggy out there as well. So we're going to have to contend with that ahead of the thunderstorms tonight. We'll have another look at those thunderstorms tonight, tomorrow, and into Saturday here in just a moment. We'll also celebrate birthdays and anniversaries right after this break, but first, let's see what's happening on CBS Mornings.
Hello to you, I'm Gail King. Coming right up on CBS Mornings, our conversation with rock legend himself. That's Lenny Kravitz on your screen. Love talking to him. He's telling us about his new music and how he, believe it or not, still struggles with his self-confidence. How is that possible? That's coming right up on CBS Mornings.
Office in beautiful downtown Fort Scott.
All right, time for some Thursday birthdays on this Thursday morning, and we're going to start in Columbus with Kaysen McLean celebrating birthday number 5. Happy birthday, Kaysen.
And over in Oswego, Brody Royer is celebrating birthday number 14. Happy birthday, Brody.
And in St. Paul, Braxton Irish celebrating birthday number 18. Happy birthday, Braxton.
And a happy 25th birthday to AJ Lusker from Arma. It says, I hope you have a great day with lots of love from your mom.
And Allison Voles celebrating birthday number 32 says, happiest of birthdays, love your parents, siblings, nieces, and nephews.
And over in Seneca, Lacey Skaggs, the woman on the left, is celebrating her 45th birthday. It says, happy birthday from your mother and all of your beautiful daughters.
And our neighbors over here in Columbus, James and Tiffany Hutto celebrating their 15th wedding anniversary. A very happy anniversary to the Huttos.
Also celebrating an anniversary is Stephen and Letta Natalini from Scammon. They're celebrating their 20th anniversary. And also celebrating an anniversary today is our very own Chris Warner with his wife Amber. They're celebrating their 9th anniversary. Happy anniversary,
Thank
Chris
you,
and
thank
Amber.
you. I have no idea how she has put up with me for the last 9 years. We've known each other almost 20 years, so the fact that she still sticks around means I got to be doing something at least halfway right. So, very happy anniversary to you, my dear, and looking forward. We've got a little weekend planned, so looking forward to that.
Oh, I hope you
Not
enjoy
much,
that.
but it's a little something.
How sweet. Happy anniversary, Chris.
Thank you. Our list does continue with Rick and Laura Atkinson in Baxter Springs. Now, they've got us beat by a little bit here, celebrating their 43rd wedding anniversary. A very happy anniversary to the Atkinsons.
And continuing the list, also celebrating their 9th anniversary over in Crestline is Walter and Heather York. Happy anniversary to you two.
All right, another fantastic list of birthdays and anniversaries today. And of course, we love celebrating these with you. And Elise can tell you how you can celebrate with us.
Yes, go ahead and submit your birthdays and anniversaries to birthdays@KOAMnewsnow.com. And be sure when you do so to include the day and the month of the date, just so we ensure that we celebrate it on the right day and to meet the deadline at the bottom of your screen.
Absolutely. You don't want to have it celebrated too early or too late. That wouldn't be fun at all. Nope. All right, let's talk about our storm chances. Let's start here first with a look at the Skywatch Storm Tracker. We do have what appears to be a little shower trying to develop in Elk County, and that's what we were talking about, is in between all of these complexes of showers and storms around us, we have a weak little boundary right through here that could trigger a stray shower or storm this morning. Not expecting anything like yesterday, no widespread storms through the morning hours, but a stray shower storm is possible. However, most of us should remain dry through the morning hours. Then we head into this evening. That's when we have our severe chances return once again. We do have a low tornado risk in our far western counties in southeastern Kansas. Then we have a low to elevated hail threat. And as you can see, the elevated wind risk covers a slightly broader area out there as damaging winds. And of course, that large hail are the primary concerns with storms tonight. We could see some redevelopment tomorrow morning that could result in some strong to low grade severe thunderstorms for the eastern half of our viewing area. And then as we head into Saturday, possible alert day Saturday, and again, this is exactly why. We have an elevated to enhanced risk for strong to severe storms, and this is going to be late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. And looking at some of the latest data, we could see some redevelopment Sunday morning, and that could be strong to severe as well. Let's take a look at the future track. Future track, again, trying to pick up on a few isolated showers. Again, maybe a rumble of thunder, possibly as late as noon. I think our best chances are between now and about 10 a.m. out there. Then we're going to clear out. Some of us will be partly cloudy. Others will be mostly clear. All of us are going to be warm. All of us are going to be muggy today, so do be prepared for that. By about 6, a few isolated to widely scattered showers and storms will start rolling in, and then by 9, 10 o'clock, here comes the main complex of thunderstorms, and this is where our opportunity for strong to severe thunderstorms will be tonight, is between roughly 10 p.m. and midnight, because this complex is expected to race pretty quickly to the north and to the east, and that's the other reason that damaging wind gusts are a concern, is this complex of thunderstorms is expected to be rolling pretty quick through the area, and that, of course, could result in some very gusty winds at the surface. Few lingering showers and storms by midnight. Take a look, we clear out overnight. By Friday, clouds start building in, a couple of stray showers, and by about 6, 7 o'clock, we get more scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. And we're going to have to contend with these through at least noon, maybe 2 at the latest on our Friday. And some of these showers and storms could be strong, low-grade severe. And you can see also where a lot of them are focused in our the eastern half of our area, which lines up where that low-end risk for some stronger storms also is. And the rest of our Friday, we clear out, we're fine. In fact, we're fine through most of our Saturday, aside from it being a bit on the toasty side out there. And then we'll see clouds begin to increase by the evening hours, and then by late Saturday, so we're talking at 7, 8 o'clock, we're looking at 2 potential waves of storms, and each wave could be severe. This is wave 1. We get a complex of showers and thunderstorms, could be strong to severe, rolling in from the southwest, pushing northeast. Then it will join up with a line of storms, storms. It's going to push in from the west later Saturday night and then be out of here by about midnight. And then we'll have a few lingering showers and storms, and some of those could still potentially be strong to severe out there. So a lot we've got to keep an eye on. Quick look at temperatures. Cloudy in Joplin, 64. Dew points up to 60 now. Humidity is 87%. And around the area, we still have those cooler temperatures. Yates Center, Chanute, Iola, everyone else in the 60s as we get our morning started. We'll have another look at your forecast and the news you need to know in just a moment. And when we make the switch to Fox 14 at 7 a.m., we're going to see how an aquarium in California is making a name for themselves by raising orphaned otter pups.
Here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol says a trooper from Miami is fired after he was charged with sex crimes. Court documents say Trooper Jackie Lee Reinhardt pulled over a semi-truck driver for speeding on I-44 near Bake Cabin in Craig County. They say Reinhardt forced sexual acts on the driver. After the charges were filed, the Highway Patrol released a statement saying it terminated Reinhardt's employment. A federal court sentences a Kansas man for meth trafficking. In August of 2022, Crawford County, Kansas sheriff tried to stop Justin Lapping, but he fled on motorcycle. Lapping was arrested shortly in Barton County, Missouri, with a large amount of meth on him. He is now sentenced to 24 years and 6 months without parole for possessing methamphetamine to distribute. And Joplin's Bookhouse Cinema has decided it will dim its lights after 6 years. The owners say while the property is for sale, they will maintain normal operating hours until the closing day. They go on to say they have the plan to provide a Joplin with a cinema-focused space very shortly. And that's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door.
We're going to be warm and muggy today. Again, a stray shower possible this morning. Clouds clearing. Some of us even mostly cleared this afternoon. Temperatures into the low 80s. By 6, a few isolated to widely scattered showers and storms out there. By about 9, 10 o'clock, our main complex with the possibility of strong to severe thunderstorms will start to roll in. We'll fall back into the upper 60s. Those storms out of here by about midnight, 1 a.m. Then one could see some additional morning storms on our Friday. Some of those could be strong, low-grade, severe. Saturday's the day we're really watching. We have a possible alert day for more strong to severe thunderstorms Saturday night into Sunday morning. Could see a couple of strong to severe thunderstorms in the first half of our Sunday. We'll finally get a little break Monday and Tuesday. More showers and storms next Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Alrighty. Well, coming up today at noon, we're making extra crispy fried chicken in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
So we're taking a trip to KFC.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Well, your morning news also continues on KOAM with CBS Mornings. Ahead on CBS Mornings, Rebuilding America series. We're going to see how a former NFL All-Pro Warrick Dunn is still scoring with his charity work, providing homes for single-parent families.
Or you can switch on over with us on Fox 14, where your only local morning news continues. This morning, the number of children in foster care is rising in some states. There aren't enough families willing to take them in.
Plus, AJ Stock from Charlie 22 joins us in the studio to talk about their Teen Off banquet. However, it's going to wrap it up for us for now. We'll be back here tomorrow at 5 a.m.
And we'll see you today at noon.
Next, Mining Gay's Heritage